Viewers and subscribers, welcome again to the Coach's Desk with host Coach Minzy. And today we'll be discussing a topic that is very touchy. Yeah, not many folks would want to talk about this topic, but we have to talk about it. It's racism in sports. And this same racism in sport would have caused the Istanbul versus PSG game to be called off a few days ago. Yes, the players walked off the field. Yes, they decided that they aren't going to play that game. And to know that the fans would normally be the persons who are caught in these racist chants or racial slurs. However, this time around, it was done by the fourth official. And some of the players, they were really upset. They were devastating to know that even one of the match officials, this is so widespread that the match official is the one that is caught in this situation. Now, they walked off the field, the game wasn't played, it was played the next day, and PSG went on to win that game 5-1. Yes, 5-1, if my memory serves me right. And Neymar scoring a hat-trick, Kylian Mbappe scoring a double. So PSG would have now moved on to the next round of the Champions League. So now Coaches Desk will be reacting to the video that is out there, one of the videos that is actually out there with this controversial fourth official making racial slurs towards one of the players of the game there. So we're going to get right into it and see how best we can maneuver this thing. So as you can see there, viewers and subscribers, Demba Ba, that's one of the players of the Istanbul team. He was very vocal. He went to the fourth official and said, "Hey, mate, what are you talking about? Why did you have to say this? You didn't have to say that." So he was very vocal. You can see the anguish and the anger that was on his face to know that it came from a fourth official. So they are saying that they have never seen anything like this in the Champions League. This is unprecedented, right? When fans do racial slurs, sometimes persons say they can understand the whole ego of the fans when their team is under pressure. But coming from a fourth official, one would say that would have been unacceptable.
Involving match officials. Looks like the 40-year-old referee might need a bit of help here.
So the whole thing is that he said what he said, and the players were not having it. They want nothing to do with something like that. You know what I mean? And we know that FIFA would have put things in place over time. UEFA and all these governing bodies would have put things in place to ensure that this whole racism thing would have been curbed. You just see banners been placed up of equality, no racism thing running on the board there. The latest one was the players kneeling down in solidarity with what transpired with Floyd. So football has been doing a lot to ensure that this thing be curbed. But I mean, it seems to be getting out of hand again. You used to have the monkey chants, the bananas being thrown at players and so forth. But we need this to stop. We need this to stop. I don't see where this is important in the game. If we're playing sports, we're enjoying our sports, and forget about the inferiority, superiority thing. If you cut me, I'm gonna bleed red. If you cut another person of a different color, they're gonna bleed red. So we could just get on with our lives, enjoy the sport, and forget about these things. Come on.
Decision to take and how they go forward.
So the referees team, they were deliberating what they were supposed to do in a situation like that, because like I said, it was unprecedented. It was new to them as well, because I can not recall a fourth official or a member of the officiating team being abusive towards a player racially. So it is something that is new. So they were deliberating what was said and yada yada yada, whatever, whatever. The fact of the matter is that it should not have happened. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. It should not occur, especially from one of the officials. Unacceptable. I'm in total non-agreement with that. None whatsoever.
Official is explaining the linguistics involved.
So there, he was trying to justify whatever transpired, but of course, the players are not going to have it, because if it was the other way around, then definitely you would have heard, you wouldn't have heard the end of it. So the players weren't having it, and it was good to see the players stand in solidarity with each other. It doesn't matter the color of their skin; they stood in solidarity to ensure that each person is treated as equal, and that was good from the players. And it was good to see a Demba Ba standing up for his teammates and everybody else. They were there. They would have been also supportive of the action, because if the players weren't united, then the game probably would have gone on. But you can see the whole unity from the players, and they would not accept something like this, and that would have allowed the game not to be played, and that is good, because if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything.
Is indicating to the referee which assistant is causing the problem and which one should get the red card.
So there was a long discussion there. I would believe that the coaches, the players, they would want the game to play. Definitely, because they're about football. Football is their life. That's their job. You know what I mean? So they would want the game to play, but they're not going to play the game under this circumstance. They could probably ask the fourth official to be removed, but I mean, the game started. It started, played for about 23 minutes, and then the players just went, because mentally it would have affected them to know that this situation occurred. You know what I mean? So I don't know why, but the cameraman was all over them Baba. Yes, the cameraman was all over him. He was following him. I would presume that because he was the most vocal in the situation there, he confronted the official. Yes, so I would assume that's why the camera was so much targeting Dembaba. But let's hear what they continue with. At the end of the day, in sports, people want good sense to prevail. People spend their monies, the whole works, and to have things be done on another day. We really have to think about when we do these things. It can't be a situation where we disrupt a very important Champions League game for something like this, something that did not have to happen. I don't know what led, because it has not been said yet, what has led to the referee or the fourth official doing what he did. That is still not a justification. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But I mean, I understand that he came out and he spoke. So we might have to go ahead and listen that clip or read that article on what the fourth official said.
Spoken out on several occasions. Racism in football.
So this stance from the players definitely is letting others know that they are against racism in sports. Like I said earlier, FIFA, UEFA, and all these governing bodies would have put things in place. It's unacceptable. So fans will be banned, clubs will be fined, and so forth. So I don't know what is going to happen to that referee. I don't know if he will be suspended indefinitely. I don't know if he'll be charged. I don't know if he'll be fired, and so forth. But this is not the end of it. So they were deliberating now that they should make a decision because they don't want it to be a long drawn out thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't want it to be long drawn out. So they were all in for playing football. Get over it, play some football. But I don't know. Let's see what happened. So those were the chiefs, the UEFA personnel. They were deliberating there to see what decision they would come to. But like I said, I believe that the game was played for about 23 minutes, and then players decided they're going to walk off the field. The match never played yet. It had to be played on the following day. Yeah. Yeah, but this should be about football. Why this racist thing, man? It should be all about football. Football should win in this situation. Yeah, football should win in this situation. I mean, this inferiority, superiority thing, it needs to end. How did it reach in sports? Yeah, there's a history for that. There's a history lesson for that. So those who don't know about it, you can go and check the net studies and those stuff that would have opened your eyes to how this all started. You know what I mean? Because it moved over from being personal to be involved in sports. And the plot thickens. So the Istanbul player was saying, listen, man, this can't work. We have to respect each other. Yes, equality. We have to respect each other. How dare you call me this and call me that? You know what I mean? We have to respect each other and get rid of all these inequality, superiority. inferiority. It has to stop somewhere. And I'm happy that these players took a stand.
Apologies for the language, but Istanbul engineer are standing by Dembaba.
So they left the ground. Yeah, they left. Went into the dressing room because they would not have it. And that is a good thing from the players. No to these things. No to any racial slur from any individual. We will not have it. And that's a big stance taken there by the players.
The fields.
You sent him because of the color. Yes, you sent him because of the color. You know everything.
So the Istanbul Bull team walked, and then goes without saying, the PSG team would have to walk because they couldn't go ahead and play against themselves. So I guess that's just the way it is. Yeah, so that would have been it, people. They walked off the field. No game was played. It was played the following day. And walking off the field, will that stop racism in sports? Will that stop persons who continue to make their racial slurs? Will it stop? I don't know. But I mean, this is an indication that they will not have anything of the sort when it comes on to racism and racial slurs. So this is a good look. If you say it, we are not going to take part in whatever you're doing. We're going to strike. And if the strike means walking off the field of play, then so be it. This thing has to stop. And we do believe in equality. Like I said, cut my finger, it's gonna be red. Cut a Hispanic finger, or not, I cut it. If it is cut, it's gonna bleed red. You know what I mean? So definitely, we have to look into these things. No to racism. No to racial slurs. And that is in sports and in life generally. Thank you for tuning into the Coach's Desk. We appreciate your time. We're appreciating you sharing in this Coach's Desk program. If you're new to the program, I'm going to ask you to hit the subscribe button. When you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. So when we drop the new videos, you will be the first to be informed. Thank you again, my family and friends, for tuning in again. We're going to grow this family. Big up on yourself. I'm out.